All right, so we have to, next thing we have to be able to do is take a radical and simplify it to the lowest possible term so that we're able to use it to do some different solutions of equations and things like that. We're going to break this up into three parts. We're going to break it up into the first part that we're doing right now, just dealing with the letters and the roots and the exponents, trying to figure out what to do with those and simplifying it. Second part we'll do is going to be dealing with the numbers, and then we'll put both of them together. The issue is going to be here that the numbers and the letters don't work exactly the same, so we got to be careful with how we're setting these things up. We did square roots earlier, just with numbers, so we'll deal with that next time. But we are going to start messing around with letters here today. The most important thing is going to be that we want to convert these things into exponential form because it's much easier to do this with the exponential forms rather than the roots. The roots are a little bit harder to deal with. So whenever we can switch things to exponential we want to, after we switch it, we're going to simplify the exponents to whole numbers or mixed numbers. And the big thing here is going to be mixed numbers. This is something new that we're trying. Dealing with mixed numbers, the calculator does it, so we don't have to panic about having to be able to convert things into mixed numbers. And then after we're all done, we're going to convert any fractional exponents back into radicals. So it sounds a lot uglier than it is actually going to be. So we got a couple examples here of what to do, an easy version and a slightly harder version. So if I had this fourth root of x to the eighth, I can turn it into a fraction, which is 8 over 4. So we should hopefully know how to do that. And then I can reduce that 8 over 4 into a 2. Because the fraction is gone, there's no radical left. All right, so no fraction after I do the reducing there means there's no radical left. All right, that's going to happen not all that often. The thing that's going to happen most of the time is we're going to have something like this, fifth root of x to the 11th. Change that into a fraction is 11 fifths. Now, the issue with that is it doesn't come out to be a whole number when I divide it. So I need to convert it into a mixed number. So 11 fifths turns into 2 and 1/5. Again, the calculator is going to do that. I'm going to show you how in a second. All right. And then when I do that, I think it's easier to split this into two separate things, an x to the second and an x to the 1/5, because then what I'm going to ultimately do is turn the fraction part back into a root. All right, so if we hopefully are really good at switching the roots and the fractions back and forth, which we did earlier in the unit, because we're going to be required to be able to do this correctly. All right, so the next little short video, I'll show you how to take that 11 fifths and turn it into 2 and 1/5 with the calculator.